Greetings everyone, it's IT2. Today I have a gigantic book haul. I got some really good stuff. Surprised myself. So I had some from earlier in the week that I had building up over here. I got some really good stuff for Halloween also, such as Haunted Cemeteries. Creepy Crypts, Spine-Tingling Spirits, and Midnight Mayhem, retold by Tom Ogden. Stories that he was told, ghost stories and whatnot. One for Sorrow, Mary Downing Hahn. This is a ghost story, it says. I don't know if there's more books after this or what. Hardcover, almost perfect condition. Then I got, you know those zombie books I had? I had like book 2, 5, and 8 or something of? No, this is 2, 5, and 7. I have like 3, 6, and 8, or 3, 4, and 8, something like that. So these are like not that good condition, but the dead, the fallen, the end. I guess this is the last book. So maybe there isn't an 8. Anyway, I think I'm missing the very first one to get me started, but these 3 I didn't have, so needed all of those. And then there's a John Grisham book, The Racketeer, I think it is, and The Whistler is the one that comes before that, so I needed this one. I wanted it in hardcover and I saw it and I didn't get it, but that was another day. I also got this other one that doesn't look like a lawyer book, John Grisham's Gray Mountain. This is like perfect quality hardcover. And I got another one of those Preston and Child books, Wheel of Darkness. I don't know if I already have this one. I may. Didn't look familiar, but I don't even know what those fucking books are about. This is some YA sci-fi, Marie Lou Wild Card. And then I got a Ken. Shit. I think I may have got this one another place today. Ken Follett Hornet Flight. No, I think it's just another one with a Nazi thing on the front. I guess we'll see when we go through these bags. And then, this one was like $7.99 at Goodwill. If It Bleeds by Stephen King. 4 short stories, including Mr. Harrigan's Phone, which I think has Holly Gibney in it. So, worth it. Now, putting all of these aside, I'm going to go to the best books first this time. I usually go to the worst books, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and see what I got. So this, the Friends of the Library bookstore, they were very generous. They gave me a tote bag because I had so much. This is kind of mind-blowing. They had The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King and The Cruel Prince. I'm not sure which one of these first. I think it's this one. Holly Black. I see these all the time. I guess their paperbacks are just like $2. $4 for both. Sweet deal. Now you may notice up here I have the Children of Time series by Adrian Tchaikovsky. They had that whole trilogy. But I should have bought it and just had 2 copies because that would have been like $6 and you can resell them for probably like $10 to $15 each. For like $45. But they also had the Final Architecture trilogy that I've been needing and I was thinking about getting for Christmas this year maybe. Shards of Earth, Eyes of the Void, and Lords of Uncreation in hardcover. How amazing is that? Orbit, giant trade paperbacks. And then we got another book that I've been looking for forever. Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. A little bit dirty on the edges, but it's like pristine, like new condition pretty much. I mean, great book, I guess. This is one of those Dark Academia things, I think. Stephen King, Lev Grossman, Joe Hill, Charlene Harris are all blurbed on the back. Very popular book. And then I saw this one. I did not know anything about this one. Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. I've never heard of this, but I was looking in it. Oh man, it looks good. We got a thing by Joe Hill on the back and some other authors I don't really know. But it says 1882 Victorian London, England. Two children with mysterious powers are hunted by a figure of darkness, a man made of smoke. 16-year-old Charlie Ovid, despite a brutal childhood in Mississippi, doesn't have a scar on him. His body heals itself whether he wants it to or not. Marlowe, a foundling from a railway freight car, shines with a strange bluish light. He can melt or mend flesh. So it's like kids that have superpowers in old London and the wooden theaters of Meiji-era Tokyo to an eerie estate outside Edinburgh, where other children with gifts, the talents, have been gathered. There the world of the dead and the world of the living threaten to collide, and as secrets within the Institute unfurl, Marlowe, Charlie, and the rest of the talents will discover the truth about their abilities and the nature of who is stalking them. This sounds just like I should have heard of it by now. Why haven't I heard of this? This sounds amazing. So, that's the best of the best, but I still got more to come. Let's put these ones over here for now. This is probably the second best bunch. I think this is the half price books. We got Jenny Wirt's Fugitive Prince, first book of the Alliance of Light. I love getting first books in a series. We've got Velocity by Dean Koontz. Intensity is the one I've read. Velocity is the one I needed to get. Right. Yeah. I always get those two confused because they're both yellow. And then we got A Darkness at Sethanon, book 3 in the Magician trilogy, or the Rift Wars series. I've got Silverthorn, which is the third book. This is the fourth book. This is the fifth book, Daughter of the Empire, and this is the one, I think it's Andrew's Wizardly Reads or somebody said recently that this was like the best book they'd ever read. Book 5 in a series. What's the odds that that's the best book they ever read? It must be amazing. I also got a Raymond Feist Wrath of a Mad God, book 3 of the Dark War saga. I think this is also part of the Rift War saga. Dark War is like a trilogy within the Rift War saga. And then I got Rachel Kane. She's the one who used to have those Weather Warden books I've read before. This is called Working Stiff. It's the first book, another first book, and a brand new series. This is about a woman that works at a mortuary, discovers her bosses are using a drug that resurrects the dead. So another Halloween-y book. And then I also got book 2 and book 3 of True Bloods series, Living Dead in Dallas and Club Dead. These are pretty cool. They had more, but they have a deal where you buy 6, you get 2 free. So I just got enough to make it 8. And then I got both of these books. I see these all the time. Blackwing and Ravencry by Ed McDonald. $3 each. Trade paperback. Fantastic. This needs to go with this pile, I believe. And then I got R. Scott Baker, The Thousandfold Thought, the sequel to the book that's right there. Darkness That Comes Before. I don't know if this is book. This is book 3. This one I hear is real bad. It's no good, but it's $3, so I will decide for myself if it's good or bad. Somebody on the Discord said it's bad. And then George R.R. Martin, he has this whole series called The Wild Cards, or that's the first book of this like series about playing cards. This one's called Inside Straight. First one's Wild Cards, then Aces High, Joker's Wild. Which one is this? This isn't in the list. Look how many books is listed here. Is this like the last of this series? Holy shit. It's got a guy with a motorcycle and a sword. Inside Straight, a Wild Cards novel. I thought they had another one up there, but I kind of lost track of it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's good. And then I got Blast Emperox, John Scalzi. I think this is another, after the Collapsing Empire, I think this is the book that comes after that, maybe? In the Old Man's War trilogy. I don't know if it's part of that series or not. Looks like it though. And then I got for $5 It's Peter F. Hamilton. A Night Without Stars. Very big, chunky boy. I don't think I have this one yet. Peter F. Hamilton. Peter F. Hamilton. I don't see it. Oh, we got something on there. That's a big Peter F. Hamilton, but it's not this one. Great. That's good news. I was kind of worried about that one. Alright. Moving on to whatever this is. I think this is the Goodwill bags now. We're getting into the lower tier stuff. I don't know what this is. Blackout. Robinson Wells. Legion Book 2, Cami Garcia, The Unmarked. I know I've got another one of these. I don't know which one I've got. I think I got the red one. That's hardcover for $1. I got Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. I've got The Outliers, so now I've got Blink as well. This one I may already have a copy of, Swarm Zero. I could have swore I had the sequel to this one and I needed this one, so I bought it just in case. I also saw it at another store. Another Halloween book. The London Seance Society by Sarah Penner. I'm probably not going to get to all these Halloween books this year, but for future Halloweens, man, this looks like it would be dope. Cabin at the End of the World. That's the one the movie is based on. I think the movie is just called The Cabin, maybe. But the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. They have to decide whether to kill one of their family members or not. Crack in the Sky. This looked like YA, but there was another guy like right at my ass while I was looking at books, so I didn't want to like study about it too long, so I just bought it just to get out of there. And Tears in the Rain. This is another one I didn't really know. He was like right at my ass. I was just like, just give me these two. $2. Who cares? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I think I saw like a whole bunch more of these, but I think it's supposed to be good. Major motion picture now. Okay, that's good. 100 Ghastly Little Ghost Stories. Man, this reminds me of when I was in first grade. One of my best friends, Patrick, he had this crazy book about ghosts and stories and like how you could make a, what do you call it when you take a dead man's hand that's been hanged in a potter's field of a thief, and you make a candle out of the wax of his fat, and it shows you where treasure's hidden, like all that kind of shit. It's kind of dope. And I got Silo by DJ McHale. This has got like the military is like attacking civilians or something. I was reading about this. This looks pretty dope. So people had to have like a silo to hide in during the end times or something like that. Sounded pretty crazy. This is from a different Goodwill store. Aragon, Book 1. Do I have this already? I don't think I do. I think this is the one I needed. This is not a good copy, but I can read it, and then I can start my other ones. So it gets me started in the series. We've got Isaac Asimov, Ford, The Foundation. This is one of the Foundation novels, I'm sure. So I definitely needed that. Flame War, a cybernetic cyber thriller. Anything that's about like the internet and video games I usually get. We got Mystic Warrior, Book 1 of the Bronze Canticles. Tracy and Laura Hickman. This is Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, the ones who wrote the Dragonlance novels. So this is her and her daughter, I believe. And it's a book 1 of a series. And then we've got The Host by Stephanie Meyer, the one that wrote all the Twilight novels. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it won't suck as bad as those did. And it was $1, so why not? Good condition. And I got 2 of the Redwall books by Brian Jacques. Mariel of Redwall and The Bellmaker. I think I've read the first one, Moss Flower. I didn't like it, but maybe I'll reread it and try to figure out what this is about. It's about like, it's a fantasy novel about mice and animals, like the cats are the bad people or something. I think I just went and got these at the Salvation Army. No, this is another good one. I got Water for Elephants. I think this is a movie now, eh? Probably on the Oprah Book Club or New York Times bestseller. And I got The First Conspiracy, The Secret Plot to Kill George Washington by Brad Meltzer and Josh Mensch. I think I got him confused with John Meacham, who wrote the Andrew Jackson book called The Lion. And I think I got another Andrew Jackson book in here somewhere that we haven't gotten to yet. Maybe I'll get into some biographies. Memoirs of a Geisha, very popular book. Now major motion picture. Larry Niven and Jerry Purnell, The Burning City. This was supposed to be $1.99, but the new girl saw 75 cents on there. She just charged me 75 cents. But she didn't understand, like, these books are donated from people that have bought them multiple times and keep lowering the prices. That's not gonna... That's... That didn't really come off right. But... Anyway... Trash can is full of bags. 2 more bags. And we'll be done. This is a great haul. I got The Joker by Andrew Hudgens. I think he's a comedian. This is a story of, like, memoirs or something. It's supposed to be funny. Jackdaws by Ken Follett. It's not the other one. What was the other one? It's not it. Yeah. Hornet Flight was the other one. So this is a different Nazi book by Ken Follett. He loves Nazis. And then we got... I don't know why I even bought this one. First book of the Dresden Files. I read a long time ago and I ended up selling my copies. And I wanted to get the first book so I could say I got the beginning of it. Maybe I want to reread it. I don't know. Why not? It's $1. I don't respect dollars. Oh, John Adams I got. David McCullough. This looks like the major motion picture version. Yeah. Because that's, what's his name? From Billions, right? Anyway. It's probably good. And then I got Live from New York. It's Saturday Night. Uncensored history of Saturday Night Live, told by its stars, writers, and guests. This is kind of a toilet book, but not really. It's more of a coffee table book. And I got another Larry Niven and Jerry Purnell, Footfall. I don't know why it's got like an old house on the front. Don't they write fantasy? It's got a Tom Clancy quote on it. Oh, this is about aliens. Very nice. I like it a lot. First contact came when the aliens blasted the Soviet space station, seized the survivors, and proceeded to destroy every damn installation on Earth by a rain of asteroids from space. Now, the Snouts are descending on Kansas, demanding servile surrender or death for all humans. Excellent. Sci-fi. That's what they write. And this book has a thing on it. I guess you're supposed to rip it off. Nobody ever did. It's The Plot. A novel by John Hoff Corlitz. It says, what did it say? It says it right here. If you like books about books and a killer ending, then I recommend putting this on your radar for 2021. So, this is about a novelist. He's a teacher, struggling to maintain his self-respect. He hasn't written anything in years. He's got an arrogant student. I mean, this just seems like a really good novel. He writes a book, and then he gets a note from somebody saying you're a thief or something like that. And maybe he wrote a book, plagiarized it unknowingly with psychic powers or something. I don't know. This sounds pretty fucking dope. I got all these books that I've never heard about, but I read a little blurb in them, and it just like, sounds so good. And that's all of it. I don't think I'm going to buy anything else till maybe next year. No, that's not true. I'm going to the fucking book fair September 15th. And they're probably going to have a fall book sale here. So, but other than that, yeah, I'm still going to go thrift store. I like going thrift shopping, okay? It's my hobby. I gotta get out of the house sometimes. I'm sitting in here playing video games and reading books. Sometimes you gotta get out and spend money. My money's building up. I got too much money right now. And I don't have enough shelf space. Anyway, I got me out of the arcades for a little bit today. I was playing arcades too much.